The reason why I'm here is because since years I want to get rid of that thing I call my buttons. That people, I live a normal life and I think I'm a kind person. I want to be, and it's not a problem for me. It not takes effort to be nice to other people, but when they push a button, a special button, I'm like Jekyll and Hyde. Yes, this normal person, and I get in a rage and I'm yelling at people and I'm saying things to hurt them. And afterwards, I feel not good. Not good. I know that's a bad behavior, and over the years, I managed, I socialized it, but the feeling is there. I know the feeling is there, and I arranged things to not yell at people or be rude, but the feeling stucks, this rage stucks, and it was just a good half a year ago I get in contact with this work of Dr. Joe, and there was two things that solved my problem. The first step was to know which emotion is behind this habit I have. And the information was that one in his speeches said, you have to go on this emotion layer by layer. And I found out through meditation, I meditated every day, and I found out that it was not rage or something I thought. I get to the point that I feel worthless. I didn't expect that. And I know that it was a relationship between them, because every time I felt this rage came up, I said, why? Why is it that you respond? What's the reason? And I searched for the reason, and I found every time that this person who pushes this button is pushing for me. The thing he said or does is to say, you're worthless. And then I go in this defense mode and I punish to not be hurt anymore. It's a reaction of defense, and that wasn't clear for years for me. In this moment, when I recognized it, I recognized that I not forgotten but pushed out of my mind, that I years ago tried to get rid of a little trauma. It's for me, it's a trauma, but yes, I don't know if people laugh about it, but I was a child of about 7 years, and I came home, and my mother don't know that I was there, and she was talking on the telephone to a friend, and I heard that I was not a welcome child, so that I was not planned, and I'm sure my mother loves me, but in this moment I know exactly, I can say to you now, I describe it crystal clear, where I stood, what I saw, what I heard. And she didn't meant it this way it came to me, I'm sure now. But every time I look back, I feel so sad and so sick and so worthless. And this emotion of being worthless, I carried on for years. And I thought with my analytical mind, I could solve the problem with my mind. And now I'm sure it don't work this way. You can't, this thing, Dr. Joe said, you can't change matter with matter. That's absolutely right. And yesterday, we did it, I don't know which meditation with breathing, and he said you pick an emotion from below and push it right up. And I haven't had a clue really at this time why I should do it. A negative emotion. But it was such a great release when I bring it up, this emotion. I brought this emotion up, this to be worthless. I brought it up, and this, what he describes, this energy came out, and I was wet of tears afterwards, and yes, I in this moment I didn't even know that would solve a problem. I just wasn't aware of the problem, which would this solve. And when he today says that when you look in the past and you look at something that happened to you and that was really bad, you pick up this emotion, and this emotion comes back to you in the moment. And so you're living in the past. And he said that, and I looked back, and in right this moment, I looked at that event, that history, that little thing that happened to me when I was a child, and the emotion was gone. It's a little thing, maybe not worth to be published, but maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I'm working on me. I know that I'm made a big step. For me, I made a big step forward. And I'm really inspired to try to carry this home in my life.